It's Jenna Melanson from Canadian Beats Media for our 5 Questions segment on Zoom. Today I'm joined by Ontario-based touring folk musician Jake Weckwerth. Welcome, Jake.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So first off, I want to give you a chance to introduce yourself a bit more in depth.
Okay, well, my name is Jake Weckwerth. As you may have heard, I'm from Pembroke, Ontario. My primary genre would be rock with elements of folk, country, blues. And on this EP, my debut EP, there is a punk song in there too. So it's kind of a big conglomeration of genres, and it's everything that has influenced me up to this date. So um, I'm hoping to release this EP in hopes that I can tour more, open up for some bigger bands, and just get overall more recognition as an artist and start the career off right.
Great. Okay. So you're set to release an EP called Where Do You Get That Glow? What can you tell us about the writing process behind the EP?
The writing process. Oh, interesting. Well, every different song, there's a different approach with every song. So some songs they just come to you and you can write it out in 15 minutes, and then others you have to work a little harder. I know one song, "Unwanted Me" on the album. That's the punk song. I wrote that when I was in college, at Metalworks Institute, a music school.
Great.
So that took kind of years to develop. I'd play it live and see the reaction that it would get live, and by the time we hit the studio 5 years later, um, we found that there was still something missing, and so you would have to work on that. I ended up coming up with a bridge that satisfied that need for something else in the song. So yeah, the writing process can be anywhere from a walk in the park to to years of experimenting with it in different
Mhm.
scenarios, live settings, studio settings, different musicians. So I guess just community,
Yeah.
out different producers, different artists to play with you, and experimentation, I guess, is the process.
Yeah. Sounds about right. While we're on the topic of the EP, what song would you tell a new listener to check out first?
The first one. So that's a good question because there are so many different genres on this EP. There's 6 songs on the EP, so technically there's 6 different genres, but they all tie in nicely. One of the first songs I'd tell them to listen to, I think, would be "That Glow," which is where the EP gets its essence, the name.
Mhm.
I think it's the most easy listening.
Okay. Is it a single? Have you released a single or?
I haven't released a single. The first single I was going to release was "Unwanted Me,"
Okay.
and that's I think all of the songs in their own way are listenable. It
Mhm.
really depends on the individual what they're into. This EP, I'm
Yeah,
fortunate enough to say that there's something for everyone on it.
that's
So
good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Um, do you have any upcoming shows you'd like to tell us about?
No, I haven't been booking. In anticipation of this release, I've been off of the pedal with booking shows in my local area, and I'm hitting the brakes more because I want to get this EP out. And then with
Okay, yeah.
the launch of this EP, I want to see what else we can snag if we can get into a hall or
Mhm.
one thing I am doing is the EP has 6 songs, and then once that's out, I have another song that's already
Okay.
ready to go too. So I have 7 songs in total that are professionally recorded. I'm renting a hall here in Pembroke, Festival Hall, on the 22nd of January, and
Okay.
we're recording it professionally and we're videoing it professionally. And we got the 5 or 6 piece band, and we're gonna video it live.
Okay, that'll be fun.
Yeah, so it's not really a show, but it'll be
A
content
band.
to check
Yeah,
out.
for sure. Um, what's your favorite thing about being a musician in Pembroke, Ontario?
In Pembroke, Ontario. Oh, well, my favorite thing about being a musician is, and in Pembroke, Ontario, it's a great starting point. It's a great place to cut your teeth. There's
Okay.
a lot of local talent here. Pembroke hosts Fiddle Park every summer, so there's lots of like top-notch fiddle players coming in,
Okay.
tearing it apart. One of like Ben Roots, he resided here for a long time. He tours with the Johnny Reed Band, so there's a lot of like professionals. We've got Jordan Zadarozny here. He works with Lindsey Buckingham, and he brought the Smashing Pumpkins to town a long time ago. So there's a lot of music history in Pembroke, And it's a great place to start out, cut your teeth. But eventually, because of its small population, you do have to find another market
Okay. Yeah.
to do what you want to do in music if you want to make a career out of it.
Mhm. All right. Do you have anything you'd like to say to promote the upcoming album to get people to listen?
Yeah, no, check it out. There's something on it for everyone. There's punk, there's blues, there's country, there's and I'm singing from the soul. The songs are coming from my heart. It's a positive album overall. There's a lot of figuring out going on in that album. A lot of dealing with living in a small town, the frustrations, the
Yeah.
overcoming, right,
Yeah.
and love and loss and all that jazz. There's something for everyone. So check it out. Um, I surely would appreciate it.
Yeah, it sounds like it covers all the bases, which is good. Like
Yeah.
something for everyone is always great.
And it's funny you say that because at the start of it, I wanted to do a 12-song album, and then everyone kind of directed me, and they're like, You know what? Maybe for your first thing, let's try an EP." And they wanted to do 3 to 4 songs, and I had 6, and they're like, "Okay, well, cut 2." So we have 4. And I'm like, I don't know if I can cut these 2. Like, I think that these
Okay.
songs live and die with each other. They
Mhm.
belong on a 6. It's a little extended for an EP, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
not terribly extended,
but
but
there's quite a few with 6. It's not that crazy. Like, yeah.
yeah. So I couldn't cut them. I had to. I love these songs so much. They mean a lot to me. I'm passionate about them, and I couldn't cut them. I couldn't let them go. They had to. They had to see the world.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. It's been great.
So much, Jen. I really appreciate this. I hope that we get some exposure with this.
Yes, I'll make sure of it.